guys, we're back with another book today.
And this book is
About Tutu.
The Hemingway Cat. Almost. The almost Hemingway cat. We're in Key West, so that's the different environment we're in, if you noticed. But let me try to set up.
Why is he almost?
You're going to learn about that. I know why, because the guy, when I bought the book, told me. Okay. This is falling. All right. I hope you can. Tutu, the Hemingway cat. Looks like a dog. Oh, look. It's signed and it's stamped. That's pretty cool. A cat has absolute emotional honesty. Human beings, for one reason or another, may hide their feelings, but a cat does not. Ernest Hemingway. The Florida Keys are ruled by several gangs of free-wheeling cats. Though the names and faces change, one of the gangs has reigned supreme for more than 50 years. They are the Hemingway cats. I have no idea if this is facing right. Okay, hopefully that was better. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Once upon a time, on the shrimp docks of Livestock Island, a very special kitten was born. She lived in an old bait bucket, and though she was definitely a cat, there were some things different about her. Her feet and her nose and her whiskers and toes, they looked like typical cat parts, but the fur around her waist had a mind of its own, and it stuck out like a big ballerina dress. The name Anna Pavlova and Natalia Marakova were already taken, so this kitten was simply named Tutu. And from the day she was born, Tutu knew that she was going to be a Hemingway cat. The house we went to today? One morning when she was playing by the scrapyard on Shrimp Road, the junkyard dog made fun of her unruly hair. But Tutu didn't care what the junkyard dog thought. Instead, she raised her head proudly and said, "I'm going to be a Hemingway cat." The junkyard dog laughed and laughed and laughed. But Tutu didn't mind. She just smiled politely and told Lola the lobster, "I'm going to be a Hemingway cat." That evening, as she was returning to her home, Tutu encountered the cat they called John Travolta. That cat, called John Travolta, taunted her more than any other animals. Teased, like your brother does to you. But Tutu didn't cry. She curtsied to the cat they called John Travolta and said, "I'm going to be a Hemingway cat." The cat called John Travolta laughed and laughed and laughed. Sounds familiar. All of the animals thought Tutu was crazy. No cat had ever left Livestock Island, but Tutu knew that what she said was true. She was going to be a Hemingway cat. One morning, while Tutu was eating fresh shrimp tails on the dock by Captain Aller's sun scooper, Mr. Pelican landed next to her and made fun of Tutu's crazy fur. Tutu pretended not to hear him, and when she finished the delicious shrimp tail she was eating, she looked at Mr. Pelican and said, "I'm going to be a Hemingway cat." Mr. Pelican laughed and laughed and laughed. A Hemingway cat, he asked. But the Hemingway home is miles away. You would surely not survive the journey. But if you climb on my back, I will fly you there so you can see for yourself that you are nothing like the great Hemingway cats living at Whitehead Street Estate. Tutu climbed on Mr. Pelican's back, and they flew high up above the shrimp dock on Livestock Island. This is TBD because we're on page 45. We're going to finish this tomorrow. We hope everybody has a great night and enjoyed this book so far. Sweet dreams from Key West. Have a good night.